You know, nationwide people are multi-skilled and talented, you know. So, you know, Wayne as a sports commentator, yeah, editor. But here he is this morning doing double duties. Wayne Walker, good morning.
Good morning, Keith. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Where are you?
Well, I'm good. I'm here at Mona High School in St. Andrew Eastern, and the PNP representative are trying to get her attention. She's right here. There's an accident out here, Cliff. I was trying to get Patricia Duncan's spot for an interview. She just came by me, but she had to run over to the opposite side of where the school is because they're saying there's an accident. Somebody has been hit off a motorbike. Let me see. I'm making my way to where everybody is heading and to see, yeah, there really is an accident. A PNP supporter, and I say PNP supporter because this bike has orange flags all over it, and he apparently was hit by a minivan coming from the direction of the University of the West Indies, and they're trying to get the vehicle out of the way. I'm not seeing the individual who was hit, but the bike, somebody is asking, where is he? Which is the same question everybody is asking. But he's in the, okay, so he's been taken in the van. Clearly he's going to be taken to the University, the Hospital of the West Indies. He's been in the process, and with some blood in the middle of the road. I don't know what kind of injury he has suffered. In fact, I'm behind the barricade because the police, they put together the barricade to put just control of the crowd. It's a massive crowd of PNP supporters. I'm sure you're hearing the ambulance, you know, sound effects on microphone.
Yes,
on my
we are.
And they're heading up to the University Hospital of the West Indies. In fact, the road is not blocked because the supporters of the People's National Party. Could I just stop to give me a quick chat here? You're live on Nationwide on 90 FM. Let's put the nomination aside for a bit. What are you understanding, really, the accident here?
I understand the bike that was coming up the road, another car coming down, and there was a collision. That's all. That's the gentleman sees that in his head, that he's speeding, but he's trying to make sure that he gets to the hospital if he can get it.
Yeah, I guess it's just your instinct shifting because you were coming to me for the interview, and you immediately made a U-turn, and you're not over here, and you've not heard anything else outside of what you just told me.
No, my main thing is about how it happened, just to make sure he gets to the hospital. Is the hospital here? All right, let me get back.
Oh, so he's not gone to the hospital yet. They put him on the other side. She has to break the interview because the situation with one of her supporters takes precedence, as you can understand and appreciate. You hear the noise, the road here along the Mona High School heading to the University of the West Indies has totally been transformed. They've been here since, you know, but since the nomination was completed and now this accident, the cases have just come into the middle of the street from where they were, and I can tell you it's a massive, massive support here for the PNP representative, Patricia Duncan Sutherland. And hi. So that's pretty much what's happening here at the minute. She didn't even get a chance to talk to me about
Thank you.
And her sister, Donna, was there, and she signed as a witness. They paid in a $500 note. And yeah, she was happy that the process is over. I sent a video to our social media.
Yes, we have the video. Apparently, they're inside the nomination center. It seems as if they've completed their business of nominating Patricia Duncan Sutherland to be the opposition People's National Party candidate in the September 3 general elections in Eastern St. Andrew. She'll be going up against the Finance Minister, Favour Williams. Thank you very much, Wayne. Wayne, before you go, what time is Mrs. Williams expected to be nominated?
Well, she's scheduled to be here at 12:30, but I might have to go down to Central Kingston where Steve McGregor is scheduled to be there for 11 o'clock.
All right. You work that out with your producers. All right?
Yes, no problem.
Thank you very much, Wayne. Good. Wayne Walker there reporting from Mona High School in Eastern St. Andrew, where Patricia Duncan Sutherland, PDS, has been nominated to represent the PNP in Eastern St. Andrew. Siobhan Campbell, we're going to join next. Siobhan, good morning. Where are you?
Good morning, Cliff. We're following the motorcade of PNP President Mark Golding, who just nominated here in South St. Andrew at St. Luke's Church not too long ago, about 15 or so minutes. He had a very small entourage heading into the nomination center, but just outside the back gate, across from Penrith Road, was a massive crowd of supporters waiting for him to come out, which he then later addressed after his nomination, promising that he will deliver the victory for the People's National Party come election day on September 3. Though he told them not to take anything for granted, he called on all his supporters to come out and support him and his party come that date.
Good. So they have nominated Mark Golding for South St. Andrew. No doubt, no question about South St. Andrew and the candidacy of Mark Golding, the PNP president. South St. Andrew, one of the strongest seats in the country for the People's National Party. Who is he up against, Siobhan?
He is up against Courtney Allen. He is running against him, but as you said, Mr. Hughes, it is unlikely. It would require some form of divine intervention for Mark Golding to not succeed here in South St. Andrew. He is the second-term MP now going into it, third-term MP going into it, replacing Omar Davies, who ran before him unbeaten as well.
Okay. Thank you very much, Siobhan, with the opposition leader Mark Golding in his South St. Andrew constituency, where he was nominated earlier at St. Luke's Church in South St. Andrew. All right. We have Siobhan interviewing Mark Golding.
25 again, your third time on the ticket here in St. Andrews. So
Yes.
some say it may be a formality to get away. Do you look at it like that?
Certainly not. I respect the right of the voters to make their choice. This is a democracy. Obviously, I'm confident and hopeful because I have an excellent team that helped me, even though I have a lot of national duties. We try to keep the constituency organization very strong. We don't take anything for granted. So we've been doing the work, and I have had the opportunity to do some walking in the constituency, not as much as I would have normally liked, but I've been as present as I could be, and I believe that we're going to get a good result.
And you talk about that, this is the first time you're running on a ticket as an MP and also leading the party. How different is the burden?
Well, it's very different, because I have to try my best to deliver a national victory, not just a constituency victory. So fortunately, the constituents, the voters, the residents are very understanding of that, and they like to see the way the party has been moving forward so powerfully in recent times. Everybody is very happy about that. So they give me the necessary flexibility so that I can equip my responsibilities at the national level, while also representing them as best I can.
Talking about the national level, the argument being opposed last night had you basically tied with Mr. Holness in favorability. Comment on that for me, please.
Well, favorability is something which goes with exposure, I think. As people get to know you and know more about who you are and so on, your favorability is likely to increase. If you're a pleasant, affable person and you're seen to be saying things that people can resonate with people. And so, I'm happy to see that has improved. And on a net favorability basis, I'm significantly ahead of Andrew Holness because he has such a high unfavorability rating.
So the signs are good for the next 2 weeks then, and you see a victory?
I think the momentum is definitely with the People's National Party, coming out of the publishing of our manifesto and all of the ideas that we have in there. And there's a little more to come as well in due course with that. And then we had this fantastic parish meeting. Was it Sunday night? Saturday night, right here in Crossroads. And, that was a crowd largely drawn from the corporate area. I think there were a few people from Portmore as well, but, it was a huge crowd and the vibe there was very, very enthusiastic and energized. So I think we are definitely marching on to progress and marching on to victory.
I believe the polls say that about 30% of people still have no opinion. What is your response to that? What do you intend?
Yeah, I think that's partly because the traditional media doesn't really get doesn't create the opportunities to cover us and need as much as perhaps the government gets. So naturally, the government is out there cutting ribbons, breaking ground, etc. The media are always with them. In opposition, we don't have any government resources to spend, so we don't get those opportunities. So I think that's part of it. It's harder in opposition to reach people who are not particularly interested in politics, which is that 30%. You know, they're not really following what politicians do and so on. They get about their daily lives and so on. And they may watch the news, but they're not going to see opposition on the news as much as they see the government. So that's always a challenge for opposition politicians, but it has been improving. As you know, I think my favorability rating moved up from 30 to 39%. That's roughly a third in a short space of time. So, you know, things are looking up.
Colleagues, may I beg on 2 minutes, please?
A reporter there. Yeah. The opposition leader, Mark Golding, being interviewed by several journalists at the nomination center in St. Luke's. Time for the break.
My hands were steady.
In those two seats have been nominated. We're going to go now to Central Manchester, where it's a seat we're watching. The incumbent MP, Rhoda Moy Crawford, up against the mayor of Mandeville, Donovan Mitchell, and our correspondent in Central Manchester is Tanzara Jackson. Good morning, Tanzara.
Hi, Cliff. Good morning.
Good morning. Where are you?
I am in Manchester Central at the courthouse. Donovan Mitchell has just arrived on location with his motorcade and scores of supporters. We also have prominent businessman Calvin Lynn as well present. We have Councillor Mario Mitchell from the Belfield Division as well. He's just waiting to be escorted inside now to go ahead and proceed with the nomination process. But it's excitement all around with the PNP supporters.
Yes. I see from the pictures you sent us, the candidate, Donovan Mitchell, in a group of fist-waving PNP supporters clad in orange, and that would have been in the vicinity of the courthouse?
Yeah, man, right in front of the courthouse.
Good. So he's due to be nominated at what time?
He is to be nominated at 11.
Okay. And Miss Crawford?
At 1 p.m.
Okay, good. So how are things been so far in Manchester?
It was pretty calm. We have a strong security presence. It was just a few minutes ago that the supporters came up with their motorcade and the excitement. But so far, there's no act of violence, no drama, just excitement and supporters, you know, cheering on their representative or prospective candidate.
Okay. And that's how we want it to remain throughout the entire day and until the elections are over. I gather you did some interviews, Tanzara, earlier. We're going to go to those interviews now. Thank you so much, Tanzara.
You're welcome, Cliff.
Good.
I think Donovan should be elected.
Because he's a good man and he helps people. Yeah.
Talk to me about the help that he gives.
He helps people go back to school. If you want anything for your house, he tries to give it to you. And he sit down and he listen to you.
And why do you think Rhoda should not be re-elected?
Well, I don't know about Rhoda. I can't tell you about Rhoda. I don't go through. I don't go there so with Rhoda. I never really deal with Rhoda. I mean, I go round Rhoda. I don't know what Rhoda do.
Okay.
But me know so people always say anything he give, he put you up my status and they don't like it.
Okay.
Oh, right. So I don't know nothing about Rhoda.
All right. So how confident are you about Donovan's victory? How do you think the support that he's getting is enough? Do you think it's enough?
Of course. He might win, he might take him man. Manchester PNP country, you know, with the Len Rhoda, you know, to win and go vote, so we'll learn him for a while.
So you think the support to me?
Mr. Young are the best in Jamaica right now, and I him me give me vote kind of work. And he deserve my vote, you see me?
Michaela deserve.
Michaela can't get my vote no time at all. Because I don't like Michaela Phillips.
What has Mr. Young done?
Mr. Young send me to school. He might pay my school fee. He might do a lot of things in the farming. And do a lot of things for young people in the industry, you see me?
So why do you think Michael Phillips should not be re-elected?
He cannot do nothing for the young people. He's not doing nothing for the young people.
So do you
Just be a promising grown and a make.
So do you believe that Mr. Young is getting enough support to lead him to victory?
Yes, because we're coming out fully green. Fully green. One Mr. Young. Shower. Live.
One job boss.
Thank you, sir. Do you think Donovan should be elected?
I support individual.
What do you mean? What has he done?
Done enough things.
Like what?
You look after the poor, the needy, and everybody.
And why do you think Rhoda should not be re-elected?
Well, we don't know her.
What do you mean you don't know her?
So if she not come through the consequence, I represent the people.
Okay. And do you think the supporters are coming out enough to support Donovan?
Yeah.
Do you think he's getting enough support?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, those are supporters of the People's National Party in Central